Hey guys, and welcome to Jay's Nest. Today I'll be reviewing Treehugger cloth pads. A few of you guys asked me to review this brand, so I reached out to the owner and I was sent these pads for free to review. So let's just dive right into the review. If you look on the back of these pads, there are little tags. And these tags actually denote the absorbency, which I think is really nice. One thing about these Treehugger pads is that they all have a very similar design. They're all in this rectangle shape and there's no fancy flares in the front or in the back. It's just all a very similar shape. There are some pads that have a triangle tab or a triangle wing, while other pads have a square tab or a square wing. All of my pads are personally topped with Minke, and the bottom is made of fleece. I would say the craftsmanship on these are pretty good. They're definitely not 100% perfect. There are some lines that aren't straight, and some of the wings aren't perfectly symmetrical or even, but these are handmade, so I don't expect perfection. So I'd say these aren't perfect, but the craftsmanship is still good. I'd say these pads are a bit thick. Not the thickest in my stash, but definitely not the trimmest either. These pads feel really plush, and so to me they're just not trim. They're just really fluffy. But with that said, I'm not worried about these showing through my pants when I wear them. And I think some of that is because that they're a little shorter than most of the pads that I keep in my stash. Maybe if they were longer, I'd worry about them showing in my pants, but honestly, I don't ever worry about these showing through my pants when I'm wearing them. The quality of the fabric seems alright. I'm really liking the Minke on top. So far I see no signs of wear with any of my Minke pads, and I honestly enjoy that. However, the back fleece is really pilly. I'm not crazy about the material that it's made of. The pilliness doesn't affect the function. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I personally prefer a soft shell fleece as a backer when it comes to cloth pads. The backer just seems to get really pilly over time, but the topper fabric I think is really good quality. I never did get any leaks with these. The sizing of these pads are a bit smaller than what I personally feel comfortable with. I actually prefer pads to be about 12 to 15 inches for daytime and about 16 to 18 inches for nighttime. So the purple pad is my longest pad at 11.5 inches, and I never did use this on my heavy days or for nighttime. It's just not long enough for my nighttime flow. There's just not enough coverage. And the smaller pads were just so small that I only used them as liners. And I think a good reason why I didn't get leaks with this is because on my heavy days I didn't reach for these at all. Minke is not a fabric topper that I trust for my heavy days because on my heavy days I have a lot of gushing and it's really fast. So for my days when I have heavy bleeding or gushing, I really prefer velour topped pads or Sherpa top pads for my heavy days. So Minke isn't one that I reach for on my heavy days. I definitely feel like Minke is a sweaty material, especially in the summer. I've been wearing these all throughout the summer and I definitely feel extra sweaty when I wear them. So to me, they're definitely not a stay dry material. I just feel, for lack of a better term, sweaty. I just feel sweaty. Treehuggers is a Canadian-based shop. You can find her pads on her website at treehuggerclothpads.com. She has a bunch of different pads that you can buy. Some are topped with Minke, while others are topped with bamboo or cotton. So there is a little bit of variety there. Honestly, I didn't have much conversation with her. And when I did have conversation with her, it was very short. And maybe she just didn't want a personable relationship when it comes to this. I know sometimes people just treat it as business. But I was a little bummed out because I do enjoy her YouTube channel and her YouTube videos. I actually watched them a lot when I first got started with cloth pads. When I work with companies, I don't like to keep things 100% business all the time. I like to be personable. I like to strike up conversation because at the end of the day, we're all humans. And in fact, I've made a lot of friends in the cloth pad community and also cloth diaper community because of this, because there are genuinely some really, really kind people in the cloth community. So as far as customer service, I don't really have experience. Our conversations were short. Maybe it would be different if I were a paying customer. I really enjoy the Minke on these pads. The quality seems to be pretty good, and so far it's worn pretty well over time. I've had these for over 4 months now. I will say that I don't care for the backer material. It's just not my favorite. And also the sizes are not my typical sizing. When it comes to liners, I do like between 9 to 11 inches. So the smaller pads, I use both of those as liners. But for the overnight pad that's 11.5 inches, I just use it as a moderate pad because that would not work for me personally for overnight. And the thing is, she just doesn't offer a large variety of sizing. She has a panty liner that's 7 inches. She has a light pad that's 9 inches. She has a heavy pad that's 9 inches. And then she has a nighttime postpartum pad that's 12 inches. So if you like custom pads with specific shapes or specific lengths and absorbencies, then maybe this brand is not for you. I know some people really need certain shapes for their directional bleeding, and this type of shape would not work for them. Personally, this shape does work for me. I do like a little bit of a front flare because sometimes I tend to bleed more towards the front, but I actually do fine with this shape. I just personally like a little more length when it comes to pads. And one thing that I truly, truly love about this company is that she plants one tree for every pad that you buy. Now, I am a lover of trees. I love trees. Trees have a very deep meaning to me, and I'm an actual tree hugger. I really do hug trees. I treat trees as if they're sentient beings. I'm a little weird, I know, but besides the point, I really love that she plants one tree for every pad that you buy. It's definitely something that I would stand behind. I think it's an incredible mission, and we need more trees on this planet. So that alone gets me really excited about this brand, and I love seeing brands who give back and have a mission that's worth standing up for. I know she is known for her signature shape, and she's been functioning that way for many, many years now. I'd personally like to see a few different shapes and lengths available though. Again, this shape does work for me, but it does not work for everybody. But also for fun, I thought it would be fun to add this in. On her website, I saw that she was actually on the Ellen show, and I love Ellen, and so I had to watch this video. I'll insert it for you guys in a second. I think it's really cool to see cloth pads in the mainstream media. I was smiling ear to ear when I watched this video. I was laughing so hard. It's pretty funny.
So last week I started a new segment called Sellin' Ellen. And what it is, I'm looking at Shark Tank, and I look at all these people that bring ideas, and I want new products for the Ellen shop. So I asked my viewers for ideas, and they can be new inventions completely, or they can be Ellenized versions of existing things that I sell in the Ellen shop. And these are real. These are submissions that we've gotten. This one right here is from Scott Burton.
Hello, Ellen. My wife and I are Treehugger cloth pads. My Sellin' Ellen idea is Ellen's fluffy pillows for my vagina.
First of all, it's a no. And second of all, if you own this company with your wife, why not let her say that part?
So overall, these pads are okay. They definitely cater to a specific audience when it comes to pad shape and pad length. I also really enjoyed the Minke material. The sizing is a bit out of my normal reach, but I still use them regularly, and I enjoy them for my light to moderate days. And I really, really love the program that she has where she plants trees for every pad that you buy. She has some amazing Cloth Pad 101 information on her channel that really, really helped me out, so I'll link that down below. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.